All right, now that we've created, we can read mutably and immutably and update, it's time for us to delete resources. So how are we gonna do that? Well, let's go through and create an integration test for us to like get started with that. And like we'll figure it out as we go along. So test function, we're gonna delete a resource. So what are the things that we're gonna need to do for this? Well, let's first initialize the world. So that's world equals initialize the world. So we know that we've added in this FPS resource for ourselves. So I kind of want to delete that and then get that out. Now we know that it's in here because these other tests would be failing if that wasn't. So I don't need to like do two assertions to make sure, hey, is the FPS resource in there? Can we get it? And then can we not get that? What I really want to do is run a delete code. So basically do something like world.delete resource. Probably handed in our type. So this is going to be our FPS resource. And then I'm going to want to probably just like do a get and assume that it's going to be a none. So we're going to let so like deleted resource, you should be a none here. And that should be equal to world dot get resource FPS resource. And I don't need to unwrap this because I want the result. Now, with that being none, I should be able to assert that. So I should be able to assert equal that deleted resource is in fact none here. Now, I don't actually need to set the type manually on that. We're going to just make sure that you're what we assume that it's going to be. Okay, so we don't have a delete resource, and then you're yelling at me because, because we can't set that. So we may not be able to do an assert equals for this. You know what we can do? We can do a normal assert because normal assert takes true or false. So we want to make sure that it is none, right? So we want to do deleted resource dot is none. So if it's none, that returns true. So we want that to work here. So here we go. Now we're just missing this delete resource. Let's go ahead and go start writing that code. Okay, so this is going to be in our main library. Let's add in a delete resource, a function, delete resource. We're going to take in this T, that is an any, a mutable reference to self, and we're not going to return anything. I mean, is that exactly what we want here? So when we're running this, do we want to like get the resource out when we delete it, or do we like if we try to delete something that doesn't exist, do we want that to error out and like be an error that we have to handle? It's a good question. I don't know what the right answer is because each time you use this library, you may have different requirements for that. So for right now, we're going to keep that as we don't get anything back. It's going to delete it if it can. But if it can't, because it can't find something, it's just not going to delete anything at all. So this is where if you have a different need for your project, then the challenge is to then make the change you need for your stuff. So there's going to be no return value here. Okay, so if we just set this up exactly as it is, we have no errors anymore, which means we can now we can now run this test, and we should see that it fails. And it does. It fails because, yes, Rust panicked at assertion failed, deleted resource is none because, well, it's a sum still. Let's go ahead and move into resource here, and we're gonna add in our tests for getting a resource, deleting a resource here. Test and delete. I'm calling this like delete resource here. Now we could call it like remove potentially inside. And maybe that would be best. Let's call it remove internally. Because otherwise I think delete might be more, I've found it's dangerous to use like the keyword delete in different languages. It can have unintended consequences sometimes because sometimes they're keywords, and just not being in the habit of using it could be helpful. All right, so we have this remove resource. What do we need to do here? Well, we need our initialized resources first. That gives us a resource with this world width inside of it. As we can see right here, we're gonna want to delete that. So we're gonna do our resources dot, let's do a remove. And we're gonna remove this world width. And that's gonna be that. And then we should be able to look inside of the world to make sure that it's not there anymore. So I think if we get the type ID of this world width, heck, we can get that at this point in time now. So let world width type ID is type ID of width. Okay, so that gives us that. I should be able to just do a manual query now. So that this is going to be resources dot our data. Oh, I don't want let. Resources data. We're gonna get and is there like a key exists? There's keys. Contains key. Okay, so if I contains key, and then I want you to be a reference to this world with type ID. This returns a boolean, so now we can just now do an assert. I want this to be not, right? So it does not contain this key anymore. All right, so it's just yelling this that we don't have this removed. Let's go ahead and make that test not error out on us. Function, move, taking a T, which is an any. Take a mutable reference to self. We're not going to return anything, so you should be happy here. If we run this, we get a failed because assertion failed. Perfect. Exactly what we wanted. So now let's make that pass. We're going to come into here, and I think, so hash maps have a lot of really helpful methods for us. As long as we have that type ID, which is the key, we can then basically just reach in and remove/delete it. So let's get that type ID first. So let type ID is type ID of t. And I'm gonna do self.data dot. Let's see what we have access to. We have clear. We don't want to clear. That will remove everything. Remove. Okay, so we have remove here. Removes a key from the map, returning the value of the key. So that's if we care about it. And it looks like it returns an option if it has anything. But we're just going to hand it this key here. So it's a reference to the type ID. And that's it. That's all we need to do to get this remove to work. So let's run this test once again and remove resource. That's now working. Perfect. I can then come back down here and we're going to wire this up, and then all the tests should work for us. So we're going to do self dot resources dot remove. Pass in that T, and we're good to go. So everything should now pass test-wise. And it does. Okay, perfect. And then we can write any documentation that we need for this. So in this case, let's see. Deleting a resource. So this will move the resource from the world. We're not returning anything. So like, if we won't return like whatever we're deleting, no matter what, it doesn't really matter. It's like this will remove the resource from the world. And it doesn't care if the resource exists at this point in time. We can add in more of these queries here, but we have other tests, so we should be fine. Now, we don't necessarily need to add in comments like this. This is like pretty much a useless comment because it's kind of just saying what exactly happens here. So if you end up in your libraries not including comments exactly like this, that's perfectly fine. We have tests both in the module itself. We have integration tests. It's more of if you need examples, then that's exactly what then these dot comments are perfect for that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and there's no errors, there's no warnings, there's nothing for us to clean up. I think we're done with resources. So with that, I will see you in the next video where we're gonna start playing around with entities. See you then, bye.